Hello. I'm gonna do a bit of audio before turning the camera on, just so you guys can let me know what the microphone is sounding like. I'm still, once again, without my microphone, back from a repair. There's a whole story behind it, I can tell it if you want, but just let me know how this sounds while we're chatting. I don't know what point we're at, because obviously there's a bit of a delay, so I'll just wait until people start telling me, I suppose. Nice to see you guys. Dark Shadow, Spider Blaster, OGs in the chat. Just Joseph, I noticed you popped in earlier as well. Hope you liked the Gozyuger video. You're fine? I'm good? I'm all good? Chad's in, nice to see you. Hi brother, you're fine? Yeah, there we go. Well, there we go, and I just read Film Film Studios is an unfortunate abbreviation. That was something we learned a long time ago by accident, which is quite funny. C24 Wood SD, yo, it's Adam, nice to see you. I know we were speaking last night, but nice to see you all the same. My phone vibrating to high heavens. Oh, we will do it, no real theme today other than Gozyuger, but as we know, we set up themes, and we end up chatting about whatever, regardless, so it doesn't really matter. Skylar Patton, hi. Arch and Tom, hello. As you all come in and I pretend to be a children's TV host, hello. Do you? A lot of you guys are like non-UK, aren't you? Have you heard of Mr. Tumble? You used to do sign language. You'd be like, hello, my name is Justin. What an iconic piece of British media. I really want to watch Don Brothers. I really want to watch Don Brothers. There's potential that me and Keza are doing like a 24-hour stream at some point in the distant to not so distant future. We're watching the entire Santa show. Maybe Don Brothers is the one to go. Although she has seen it, so I don't know if it'd be as much fun for her. Hello to my favourite Power Ranger Super Sentai YouTuber besides Keza Henshin. Hey, I'll take that rank, you know, because Keza's a goat. If you could turn any 3 Ben 10 aliens into Zords, then Megazords, who would you choose? Mine would be Cannonbolt Feedback, and I'm going to assume that's Jet Ray, but there might also be an alien that I don't know about called Betray. I don't know, that's a good one. Cannonbolt's definitely a shout. I think 4 Arms is probably a good shout, just because of, you know, that's extra fighting power. And then maybe Accelerate, just for the speed, you know? I think 4 Arms, Cannonbolt, and Accelerate could make a pretty good combo of Zords. Kind of like a 6th Ranger Zord type of thing. C24, well, I'm British. Nice. Do you remember Mr. Tumble? Is the question. Bro is Mr. Tumble. I'm UK. It's 11:16 right now. Well, it's 11:17 according to me. Maybe I'm living in the future slightly. I didn't realise you were from the UK. That's incredible. Obviously, you know, love and support to all you guys that are in the UK, but it's very rare that I find anyone who like comes into these streams and follows like me and stuff that aren't from like the US. I live in Scotland. Nice. My dad's Scottish, and then his dad and all of their side of the family is Scottish, but then his mother is Welsh, which is why they ended up moving here, which is why I'm Welsh. But I do have a lot of Scottish blood in me. Probably hence the ginger beard. Because even though this isn't my natural hair colour also isn't ginger. But yet the beard is like trying to push through the Scottish roots. Watch Loopat. I started Loopat. I haven't finished it. And by started, I mean like I've watched like 3 episodes. I haven't like really got into it. It's 6:17 for me. AM or PM? I'm going to assume PM, but you never know. We're doing Doctor Who chats in here. I've not really watched Doctor Who. I've watched a select few episodes. I do like David Tennant in Doctor Who. I like Matt Smith's opening episode as well. But but I'm really not a Doctor Who Vian. I have a lot of friends out though. from wolves, sadly. Did you see the video I shared of the Ben 10 Power Rangers reference? I think an accelerated transformation, but it's in there. I saw the link, but I didn't know, because I've been in work and I was replying to you guys while in work, which I shouldn't have been doing. But I don't know if maybe I just missed something, but I tried to watch a bit of it. Maybe I just didn't get to the right part, but I didn't know what the Power Rangers reference was necessarily. I'm 100% pre-ordering the Tega. I don't know if I can say that word and get demonetized, but Tega June is the actual name for it. And some Sentai rings that are lost. I love the look of the Tega June. I want the Tega sword as well, but it's so small. Like I feel like it barely like cover my hand, so I don't want to like invest in it just for it to be a display piece. If I can't actually like use it, do you know what I mean? 15th Doctor is such a dividing force. You either hate him or you love him. Is that the current one? Is that Shooty? Shooty Gatwa? Have you seen Ultraman Omega's trailer? I haven't, but only because I want to try. I can't guarantee it. But obviously, I'd never watched Super Sentai with Kamen Rider. And then I got into Super Sentai with Boom Boomja. And then I got into Kamen Rider with Gav. I want to use this new one, Omega, to get into Ultraman, but I don't know if I'm currently not got the time to actually like indulge into it, so I don't want to like watch it and then start watching it and then not be able to finish it. Do you know what I mean? And so you followed me on Twitter. Also, congrats on 10k on the TikTok. Thank you very much, KnightKRX. You are the you're from well, not Keza stream, but when I did the stream with Keza, right? One of Keza's OGs. And thank you very much. Yeah, we did hit 10k on TikTok yesterday, which is a banger. And everybody's been going to me, oh yeah, you can apply to the Creator Fund now. You can get rewards. I'm like, mate, I can make playlists. That's all I care about, is putting my videos into playlists. I'm so excited. I've already done it. Got my entire Meet the Ranger series in the playlist. Because the way I do my Meet the Rangers videos is I have like a wheel that shuffles 10 at a time. And then I make them in whatever order, just so it's fair. Like the first one I ever did was Operation Overdrive Blue, and the most recent one I did, I can't remember what the most recent one was, but spoiler alert, the next one is Tori Blue from Ninja Storm. But I've made the playlist in TikTok in like the order of the Rangers, so even though that's not the order that I put them out, we've got like 2 Mighty Morphin Rangers, 3 Alien Rangers, Turbo Ranger, in space, like in the order of like how they should be. So hopefully once I've done all of them, then that playlist could just be filled with the order of every single Ranger that we've had. Have you ever made your own original Ben aliens? I haven't, but it'd be a cool idea. I can't draw is the trouble, so I could commission somebody. I could commission potentially Alex. I could see if they want to get involved. They're the one who did my like a drawn animated character. The old Power Rangers merch short made actually grew up with the imagination. See, I went to like this big market the other day, and they had 2 of the giant Imagine X Megazords, and not all the figures, but some of the figures. And I would have got them. I mean, I don't really have the room, and also like they're not really collector items. But I was gonna get them, and if I go back and they're still there, maybe I will. But yeah, those Imagine X Megazords are quite like fun for what the concept is for them, and you know the audience obviously they're trying to get. They are cool. They actually dub Ultraman on YouTube, so it's easier to watch. I know, and I hope that one day Kamen Rider. We've just got Kamen Rider Global, so I feel like that means we might get some dubbed Kamen Rider at some point in the maybe distant near future. Sentai dubbed would make my life, because the only reason I don't watch more Sentai now is because I only have time to watch stuff whilst working, and I need to be able to read the subtitles on Sentai. But you know, I'll take it. I'll take it when I can. Do you know what I mean? I love Decaliber. Sabbath is Reborn. Wolf Decaliber 50 is a gorgeous looking mech. Honestly, not mech. Sorry, weapon. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I did wonder, because they obviously, in all their introduction episodes, they pretty much were given their weapons straight away. And I was like, okay, maybe Hoyaru just has his Tega Sword and that's it. But now he's got Wolf to Caliber, and I'm like, beautiful. And I wonder if they'll get more weapons down the line. I wonder what Gozyuger's going to have, if and when he shows up. And on top of that, I really want, because obviously you get the Tegazord, which is their like Megazord, their mecha, and then their weapons detached to combine to make their unique ones. I really hope that at some point, for whatever reason, they can't use Tegazord, but their weapons still grow and detach and are able to make a sort of Megazord out of just themselves. I think that'd be quite cool. Whether that happens, obviously, not a clue, but I think that'd be quite cool. You can finally do the playlist. I've done them. Trust me, I had a field day. As soon as I hit 10k yesterday, I was just making the playlists. Been watching X-Aid. Nice. That's one that I've been told to look at. Megaforce Blue, that is the last Meet the Rangers I did. Yeah, there's a lot of... Because sometimes I will... Like, sometimes I'll spin the wheel and it'll say, like, Megaforce Pink. And I'll spin the wheel again and it'll say Megaforce Yellow. And I'll spin the wheel again and then it'll say Samurai Yellow. And I'll be like, right, that is too many colours on the same season too much together. And I'm like, okay, I'll put that one back into the wheel. There's been a lot of Blue Rangers recently. And I've tried to just leave it be. But Meet Tori is Sunday. And then the next one, I've not recorded it yet. But it's Kendall. It's the Purple Ranger. And I'm pretty sure I put Albert in there as well. So there will eventually be 2 Dino Charge Purple Meet the Rangers. Ultraman series is shorter than Sentai and Rider, usually on 25 episodes. That is good to know. That means I can actually, get through them. I have the Imagine X MPL Blue and Black. Nice. Yu-Gi-Oh in the chat. Sorry I'm late. A nap was sad. That is fine, bro. Don't worry. Yu-Gi-Oh's been making some content, guys. If anybody's, interested in a bit of content. He did a video with Alpha Kings 123, who's obviously dare I say, Film Form Hall of Famer at this point. I know he's only been in one live stream, but he is in every comment section. Gozyuger gets 2 sets of clothes. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Just like 2 additional... Well, this is the thing. Do we think Gozyuger, which is leading us into, I suppose, the topic of the stream, do we think Gozyuger is going to have a Tegazord and a standard ring, or do you reckon he's going to have some other form of method of henching, morphing? Because I don't know. Because it feels like, in theory, if he's going to be a Gozyuger, he should have a Tegazord. But usually the 6th Rangers don't have the same henshin devices as the rest of the team. So who knows? Gokaiger is fun, unlike Super Mega Force. Noted. Backed. I think Garudu should get a weapon. He may do. He's pretty goated with that Tegajun, to be fair. But he may get his own weapon down the line. But he can also, like, spawn in Rangers and then shoot them and retrieve their weapons. So I don't know how much he actually needs his own weapon. But who knows? Could you see a Gozyuger adaptation as a sequel for Wild Force or Jungle Fury? I would say Wild Force, but I could see a sequel. I think if we ever, in whatever dimension, had an adaptation of Gozyuger, I could definitely see them trying to tie it into Wild Force. It's weird, because obviously they tied Beast Morphers into RPM, but I don't think there was really much left over from Jungle Fury or Wild Force to have that connection, unless Zenaku is linked to Goju Wolf or something. But other than that, I'm not entirely sure. There's a simple explanation for that. He said, never re-emerging again. I think he'll have his own thing like Boom Violet. Yeah, same. Do you think the 6th Ranger will have 6th Ranger rings? I don't know. I'd like to think that he's going to have, or they're going to have, or she's going to have, how do I explain it? Like the second in command, if you get what I mean. So I think if they just give, I don't think they're going to give Gozyuger Red Ranger, like, I don't know. Because currently the running theme is that only the red, and Osai made a point to say in episode 7, only the Red Ranger powers were sent out. But I just think that's a as far as we know type of deal. And maybe Gozyuger rocks up and he's like, yeah, I'm searching for the rings too. I've already got Jew Ranger. And then they're like, no, you haven't. Because we've got Jew Ranger. Or Garudo has Jew Ranger. And he's like, no, here we go. I see Jew Ranger. And then like, it's like, oh, it's a different colour. Maybe green, maybe blue, something like that. I think that'd be quite fun. Obviously, we'll wait and see. I am vibing with this so far, though. I'm not gonna say like it's better than Boom Boomja, because obviously Boom Boomja is finished and Gozyuger only has 9 episodes. But at this point in time, by the time we got to about episode 9 with Boom Boomja, I'm definitely enjoying Gozyuger currently more than I was enjoying Boom Boomja at the time. And I love Boom Boomja. It's my first real introduction to Sentai, and I loved every episode. But Gozyuger so far I am thriving with that show. To the point with Boom Boomja, I'd be like, oh, I can't catch that episode, I'll watch it tomorrow. Gozyuger comes out, and this is the first thing I'm doing that day. Unless I got to go to work, the first thing I'm doing is watching Gozyuger. And I'm not caught up on the most recent episode of Gav, though. I was going to watch that today, and the sites I used just didn't want to cooperate. So I was like, right, that's going to have to be done. And then I was going to watch it tonight, and then I was like, oh, I'm streaming. So we can't. And unfortunately, I can't react to it, because YouTube will not appreciate me doing that. Otherwise I would. Are you going to help Keza Henshin with the Power Rangers series, Power Ranger Aquaforce? Because I think you should. I'd love to get involved in some way. I know that currently herself and Tom and Marcos have things down. Obviously, if I had some sort of like, I don't know if they did anything with it, and then there's a cameo, and this guy called Nate, and he's a bit of a nerd. Whatever, like I'll get involved with them. All of those guys, I think are great. But I don't think they need help. I don't think they need help at all. I think they're doing a great job. And I think the fact they're doing it every month as well, just like giving a bit more attention to it, I think is really cool. We would need a new red for a red Wild Force Ranger since I've always said if for whatever reason they did a forever red, just give it to Taylor. Just make Taylor red. You didn't think you could have a stream without me appearing, did you? Oh, you don't think I could do this with the original Red Rangers? No, Tokyo Nick's from day one in these streams. Which was funny, because you came from TikTok, didn't you, originally? I did a TikTok at the stream at the same time, and then you came over from that. Which I should do now, to be fair, because obviously I just hit 10k, I should at least celebrate with a TikTok. But TikTok make it so difficult to live stream. YouTube's just like, yeah, you press this. TikTok's like, right, you've got to do this. You've got to stay active in the chat. Otherwise, we're going to say you're inactive, and we're going to start banning you and all this stuff. And I'm not here for the beef. Did you see that Universe Red Racer might be a girl? Is Red Racer Car Ranger, aka Turbo? Which is also weird, because I know there's a Turbo Ranger as well. That'd be cool. I'd love to see some gender swaps. I'd love to see some, I want to see them twisted on us, do you know what I mean? And not expected. None of us expected Nasume to be Wakata Oga. On top of that, no one expected Taya Hando's actor to show up as is. So I'm fully willing for them to throw some curveballs at us. Chats are coming in. I need to scroll up. He has to be a 6th Ranger based. Also, I saw in the preview this week, Osai is coming back as a cyborg or something. Yeah, he's got weird glasses on, isn't he? As if he's being mind controlled. So I'd like to think he's at least not dead by that matter. But he is officially out of the contract with Tegasword now, because he had his ring taken away and his Tegasword disintegrated. I think it disintegrated anyway. Maybe he's still in. I'm not sure. I think the new June guy could be Goju Polar or not. Boom Red. The new, as in the guy with the June. That is Ring Hunter Garudo, and he is technically Hisamitsu Tono, but he goes by Kwon now, and he is at least saying he is Hoeru's brother. And I do believe he is his brother. I also, and if this ends up in an episode, bring yourselves back to you, I swear that in episode 1, when Nasume and Hoeru are talking, you can see Kwon, Hisamitsu, his brother, sat behind them. You can't really make out his face, but it's a guy in a big black jacket, and he's got the hair coming down the sides with the ponytail at the back. If we find out that Kwon has been watching them this entire time, come back here. This is the first time you heard that theory. I think you might have heard it elsewhere as well, but that's my theory. Only because I was going through the episodes to make my video that I made, and I was like, that's definitely him. And if it's not, it's just another guy with the exact same haircut and jacket. I'm excited for the Gozyuger vs. Kamen Rider Gav movie coming out. I believe the power up. Do we know that's actually happening? Because I know that we had a photo, but I think it was just a photo to promote Superhero Time. If it is actually happening, though, I'm in. I'm gassed. This recent Gav episode had quite the twist at the end. I'm excited to go into it. Will you be in Gav Abridged? I was gonna, and I spoke to Keza about this. I was gonna audition. Trouble is, I'm dealing with this microphone currently. I even had an update for anybody who's been in the last few streams, the Microphone Chronicles. I basically had an email back from them saying, every time I've emailed about my microphone, it's been some like chatbot, automated, even if it's a person, like copy and paste style reply. This time a guy emailed me, shout out John, who was like, we're having some issues. We've had shipments coming in, and then we had a company change and a website change. That means we've lost track of the shipments. We have no idea when our stuff's coming. They basically were like, we would replace it for you, but we don't have the replacement microphone, let alone the replacement part, blah, 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 blah. We're so sorry, we'll keep you updated, blah, blah, blah. At least I've got some closure and some information now of like, right, this is where we're at. That being said, this microphone works. I've been using it for my last few videos, but it's not the best microphone, especially in comparison to the one I had. And I was like, I don't want to audition to be a part of their series, which is doing real. They've got like 400 auditions. I don't want to be sounding like this guy. Do you know what I mean? And I'd much rather just admire it from afar. But a lot of people have asked me that question if I'm going to be in it, and if I can get my microphone back, I'd love to audition. But I also don't want any freebies. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are auditioning for that, and good on them, all of them. Let's have a look. It is not a crossover, it's a double feature like every year. Oh, okay, cool. Could you link Gozyuger to Zio? Potentially. I mean, you could make it crystal related, I guess. Because they did also have sort of, well, I say sort of, red, blue, and green had sort of animal-like Zods. All of the monsters are mutants in Aquaphos, so maybe I can make you one, and I can make you. So what powers do you want, and what is your name? Are you involved in making Aquaphos? I feel like I should have asked that, to be fair. Because I thought it was just the three of them. What is Gav Abridged? So it's basically, to my knowledge, Keiza Henshin and Makosatsu are doing, basically like taking Kamen Rider Gav episodes, not all of them I believe, but are kind of making a storyline out of a few of them and just dubbing it and making it slightly, I guess, more accessible to a Western audience. But like it's all fan film-esque. Like, you know, it's not like an official production, but they're doing auditions to dub it and kind of write their own storyline within. I think it's going to be quite cool. In a sense, yes, I found your YouTube first, but then your TikTok stream came up my feed. Yeah. How many subscribers are you hoping for at the end of the year? 15,000 was my goal for the end of the year. That was before I got to 12.5 as fast as we did. But I'm still going for 15 because you never know. Things could slow down rapidly or things could speed up rapidly. 15k is though what we're going for the end of the year. And then if I hit 15k before June, so by the end of May, then maybe I'll publicly extend it to like 20 or something. But 15 is where I want to be. Have a theory. Goju Polar will be introduced with a silver Tegasol changer, and then through some sort of great act or collecting enough rings, he'll be upgraded to a golden one, giving him the Polar ring. That's a cool idea. I do like the theory that he's like, well, I say the theory, but the idea in this that he's just another guy with a Universe Warrior Tegasol trying to just collect the keys. And then through whatever instance, then he gets upgraded. Or maybe it is just that he never gets upgraded, but he's managed to, like, not hack the Tegasword, but, like, he has... Like, because it's like, so, for example, the main five, they have the gold Tegasword, but they also have, like, specifically Gozyuger rings. Maybe he has a silver one, but then also he found, like, the silver Gozyuger ring. And then was like, well, these aren't meant to pair together, but I'll put them together anyway. And then that's just, maybe he's like a sort of, what's the word? Like a bootleg Gozyuger. Gozyuger and Gav, as far as we know, are not having a crossover movie. Oh, okay. That makes sense, though. That makes sense. I mean, we are getting King Oger and Boom Boom Jar, and then I imagine at some point we'll get Gozyuger and Boom Boom Jar. That's going to be my movie as well, because I'll watch the Boom Boom Jar one because I love Boom Boom Jar, but I don't know too much about King Oger. Gozyuger and Boom Boom Jar come together, I'm going to know every little bit about every little fact in that thing, and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for it to happen. I wanted to audition for the Gava Bridge, but I've never done anything like that. And there's also a whole issue of being Scouse. I mean, they're not being prejudiced to any accents. I don't think. I definitely submit if even if it's your first time. They specifically said you can be first timers. Please tell me you have seen Power Rangers Unworthy because of cinema. I love Power Rangers Unworthy. I did a semi collab with Power Rangers Unworthy years ago with my fan film, and it's basically just down to the fact that I wanted to, in the fan film. There's 3 Rangers technically. There's Zach, there's Billy, and there's Wes. They're fighting Lord Zed, and Billy accidentally gets transported into the morphing grid. And then inside the morphing grid, he meets another universe's Billy, which is from Heartland Studios, which is also a YouTube channel that makes fan films. I wanted the opening sequence to be a bunch of portals, and you're going through space, and all these morphing grid portals are opening, and you're seeing flashes of other fan films. Wreck Die Hard's in it, Unworthy's in it, Crimson Vision's in it. And then, this is before Unworthy had really incorporated the creator multiverse, and were only doing their own multiverse. And then they posted, being like, shout out to Film Film Studios for being the first creators to do the fan film YouTube multiverse. And I was like, 15 at the time as well, so I was like, oh, life is made. Do you know what I mean? I've missed a lot. I could people screaming Keza. I saw all that before I even saw she was in. How are we, Queen? Shout out to Keza, who was just trying to help me with the financial side of YouTube. Well, not the financial side. I'm not making any bank or anything, but I had some issues, and I was like, you're a UK monetized creator, please help. Nice. Yeah, I don't want to miss any. I don't mean this in the bad way, but I'm really trying to just find. I don't want to have missed anything, and it's just Keza. Been summoned. Don't trust that laugh. Soon I won't plug as it's Nate's stream. What do you plug? Feel free to plug what you want. Feel free to plug anything. As soon as Joel joined the chat, I said, go check out his videos. Totally my bad as a voice actor. Yeah, there's loads of projects going around, though, isn't there? I had an email saying I auditioned for Saba in an online comic thing somebody was doing, and I had an email saying there's a result, and I didn't even check it. So I could just be Saba currently and not replying to them, or I could have been rejected heavily. Have a good stream. I'm going back to editing. Have a good one. Enjoy the editing. Are you auditioning for Gav? It's like I said to you, I'd love to. I want to. I just don't think this is going to do you and Marcos any justice. And I've had an update on my microphone, and they basically told me it's going to be a fucking while. So I could, but I'm not working with any good quality equipment at the current point in time. Do you think Legend of the Dragon will ever release Bat in the Sun? Just seems to be dragging JGF's name. I reckon it'll be released. Aaron is a man who needs sorted out. Check out Deoxy. There's numbers after his name, and I never remember him. It's my bad. Deoxy, though, another great Power Rangers Sentai YouTuber. He did an entire stream covering the whole current situation where JDF basically outed Aaron, obviously years ago before he passed, and now all of that's come to light, and it's a crazy one. Alpha Kings! The man with the incredible name, Alpha Kings 123. I always forget what the actual adjective it is you use. It's like the man with the great name or something. YouTuber with a great name. Still give it a go. Maybe I will. And then if you can sift through all 500 audition pieces, then I love how Keza said she's off 3 times, and every time there's been another message underneath. Enjoy your editing. Enjoy. Oh, I'm lost. I'm getting carried away too much on actual, like... This is the thing. I'm very aware last stream, there wasn't much time for, like, responding to comments, so now I'm trying to go really in-depth with comments, and then I'm missing so many more. Rip JDF, he was a legend, he was. What happened with the mic, all I saw was that it was gone. So it was like the cable that goes in, the port was really loose. And the company that it's with do free repairs under warranty. So I was like, banger, great, love that. Sent it off, it was meant to take 20 to 25 working days. Which obviously means no weekends, no bank holidays, which is what's just come as well. It has currently been, I think, it's Friday. Yeah, it's Friday now, so it's currently been 40 working days. And I just heard nothing until I started emailing. And then they said they'd get back to me, and then they never did. And then eventually there was like either a supervisor or just somebody a bit more important in that sort of company that emailed me and was like, this is, this is what's going on, please bear with us. They also then said they could send me my microphone back without repairing it to see if I could get a refund. But I was like, I'm like 6 months past the refund window, so I was like, can't really do anything with that. So yeah. The King, wait, what did JDF say about him? Apparently they had like $4 million to make Legend of the White Dragon, and Aaron wanted to pocket $2 million just to be the director of it. And JDF was, because JDF was apparently offered $500,000, and he was like, give me $250,000, and let's put another $250,000 into the film. And then Aaron was like, wanted to pocket $2 million, and he claims that he never did, but he's also just bought a house in LA. Do you know? So I mean, we'll see. Did you see 7-minute footage of the Legend of the White Dragon? I didn't. I was sent it, but I wanted to stay back and just wait till the film came out. Tinashe in the chat, finally streaming, absolutely in with a super chat. What a legend! So this is what's weird. So there's a goal up, right, that basically says, if I get 5 blue or above super chats, I'll stream again on Monday, right? And I can do it on a Monday because I don't work. Tinashe has just sent a blue super chat, but this goal hasn't changed. So I don't know how that works. 40 days, yeah, exactly. No, not 40 days, 40 working days. So, like, there's... quick maths isn't going to assume, but obviously there's 7 days in a week, but 2 of those days aren't working days. So it's 5... yeah, it's a whole thing. It's been like 2 months, pretty much. Win Alpha Kings. Aaron just seems like a scumbag. Yeah, he is. I used to love the waiting room and his superpower beatdowns and stuff, but that was just like the product. I never really cared about like Aaron, but I was like, he's the guy doing it. Sure, whatever. My brother is a special person. Awful. It says goal ended, does it? That's weird. Timer ended before the stream. I didn't even set a timer on it. Let's have a look. I mean... let's give it another go. There we go. Maybe I did set a timer on it, but didn't actually know I was setting a timer on it. But no, Tinashe doesn't count is the other problem as well. That's fine. I'm still experimenting, guys. Like I said to you, even though I've done a couple of streams now, I'm still not a streamer. I'm still very much figuring this stuff out as we go. Because I also have, like, there's different buttons that it tells me I can press to, like, insert adverts and create highlights and stream markers. And I've not touched any of them. I haven't got a clue. I imagine if Tiger Sword was ever adapted, it would be like a new ninja, maybe. Well, it's like theorized slash like partially confirmed that Tiger Sword was like inspired by Megazord. So they could just be like, this is the... It's like Animus. Like Animus from Wild Force, if anyone's seen that one. Who's Aaron? Aaron is like the main guy. Like, this is Film From Studios, and I'm Nate. Bat in the Sun, he's Aaron. That's who that is. The guy behind Bat in the Sun studio, yeah, it's the guy. And I was excited for Legend of the White Dragon as well. The original version was even more different to like what the current version's meant to be as well. When we got that original trailer. Trouble is as well, it's full of like most of the actors in it. They're obviously from Power Rangers, but they're not all the good ones. So it's even more of a shambles. Sentai doing more for Power Rangers than Power Rangers is doing, I know. And I'm a bit worried as well, because obviously, come this July, we're meant to be getting like the AI upscaled Mighty Morphin. But they've also been sending videos, or like posting videos to TikTok of MMPR. They don't look AI upscaled. So now I wonder, nor do they look better than the original, so I have no idea whether there's going to be any sort of like actual apparent differences between what we're about to see and, you know, what we've got here. Bonjour, Route 1 in the chat, what a legend. Oh, super chat off Joel. Well, seeing as though you need a re-up. Yeah, so now it tells me there's 1 out of 5, which is weird. Again, I'm not, you know, I don't understand how this shit works. I asked you a very important question. Can you scroll up to see it? Oh, there's a lot of stuff in this chat. I can't see a question. Win Yugi Joe. Sorry, I have to go. I really wish I could stay longer, but will you please go to a sitcon or whatever it's called? It would be a pleasure to meet you. I don't know what a sitcon is, and if that's anywhere in the US, not only would that be difficult, but it's not very safe for people from the UK to fly to the US currently, or anyone for that matter to fly into the US. So maybe in the future, you never know. I've never say never. Yeah, upscaled MMPR is going to be just as bad as the 2010-2011 comic effect airing. Yeah, I just don't understand it. Like, just make a new MMPR with... Like, I don't want to see MMPR again, but if we're going with MMPR, let's make a new MMPR where we keep the suits and have different actors and a different show and do all that stuff. And you can sell MMPR toys and you're all good. Why are we upscaling a show from the 90s? Because it's not even... It's not the quality. It's not the 4x3 quality that kids aren't going to be asked about. It's the clothes people are wearing and the slang they're using and... Like, do you know what I mean? It's not, oh, it's from the 90s because of how it physically looks. It's from the 90s because it's 90s ridden. It didn't age well at all. Oh, Jay, I don't know if you're still in the chat, my guy. I've just had your notification. And if you are still in the chat, I'll thank you personally. And I'm not going to disclose anything of that to anybody else on the stream either. But you're a legend. And in case you know, I'm going to DM you now as well. Speaking of cons, I'm still devoted. I can't get to MCM. My physical ticket arrived last week. I'm trying to sell it, but probably won't go. You never know. You might be able to get a ticket, or not get a ticket, get a ticket sold. Probably people buying second hand, especially if it's a weekend ticket. Oh, no, a weekend ticket. It was a Saturday ticket, wasn't it? I think a continuation of Samurai would be cool. I know a lot of people who would love that. There's a lot of 2 seconds. My bad. It was a bad creator moment of me to do that silent then, but I had to go thank a guy. You aged well. What, me? Have I aged well? People think I'm 30 most of the time. I love Samurai. Nice. If George, it was meant to be George Lucas, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Mine's full weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can probably get. Oh yeah, 30 quid off a 90 quid ticket. True, but you've got a month, so I reckon still keep trying. But obviously, if 30 quid back over no money back, do you know what I mean? Definitely hold on to it for a bit longer though, for sure. But yeah. Streamer sucks, talking breaks on you. I know. Oh, it's been. When was my stream with Keza? When was that? How long ago has it been? Was it just a week? Because I said I wanted to make them weekly now. I'm trying my best to. I think it was last Tuesday. It was 9 days ago. Okay, so yeah, banger. Or Wednesday rather than Tuesday. I don't know. It was either one. Anything you want me to tell Joey off to Leicester Card Show with him tomorrow? There's nothing I don't tell him on a daily basis. I'm constantly DMing him, bigging him up, saying that he's he's the most successful man I know. Just tell him I said hi. Tell him I said hi. Shout me out in your video. No, I'm joking. Don't shout me out in your video. Or try and, like, here's a challenge for you. Try and, like, slip my name into it. Like, really nonchalant. Be like, oh, that was extraordinary. Don't do that. I find it crazy the black and gold. Yeah, the black. So my Power Rangers have been making like black and gold variants of Megazords for years, right? And it's never actually existed in a show. And now, come this week's episode of Gozyuger, Osai, who is Tyranno Ranger, is gonna have a black and gold Daijujin. It's just like they looked at what Power Rangers was doing for years and was like, one day we'll replicate that, but not today. Can't be asked. Do you think the 6th Gozyuger will have a 6th Ranger rings? We just discussed this. I think it's weird because I do think he's not going to have Red Ranger rings, but I couldn't exactly tell you what he will have. In my head, I'd like to think that he's going to have, like, maybe for one team blue, but then for another team green, and for another team yellow, that type of thing. But I don't think they're going to go with all red for him. If he can even do that, if he can even use that, maybe his ring is part of an inbuilt henshin device and he can't take it out and replace it or nothing. He's like, oh shit, I can't do that. Who knows? Who knows? I'd like to think he will, though. Have something different. Mighty Morphin Reignition should just be an animated series, so we get new stories. I love that. Absolutely love that. I don't work on Aqua Force, but I just wanted to ask what you would want your monster name and power and weapons to be, so you can put it in the Discord and be in the series. Monster name. Well, it's all water-based, isn't it? So I'd like... What would my monster name be? I want it to be something really goofy, like the something aquarium. Like the... I don't know. My weapon, I'd want it to be like, it'd look like a water pistol. Like just like a standard plastic water gun, but it shoots like actual lasers out of it. I think that'd be quite cool. And as for power, what do you mean by power? Like superpower or like sort of ability, which I guess could be the same thing. Have you seen In Tanks 5 YL? I have. Not only just the webcomic, but I've reacted to like the first 8 episodes on the channel. I don't know if they've put any more episodes out. I haven't been able to follow them, but I'll definitely have a look into it. But yeah, I've reacted to like the first 8 episodes on the channel, and the Ink Tank even commented on the first one, I think, and was like, thanks for the shout. I haven't watched Gozyuger. I'm relatively watching its recap video. The last video I did on this channel was a entire first arc, because episodes 1 to 9 is what they're calling round 1. I got an entire recap, 30 minutes long, after the stream, of course. Sit and enjoy it. Hopefully you find it entertaining. If I come across any Power Ranger stuff, I'll drop your mention. Absolute legend. At the card show. To be fair, I mean, I imagine there's some crossover in some regard. 90s nostalgia, isn't it? You mentioned your sites working for Gav. Don't you torrent it? I do torrent it, unless I'm just like watching it on my phone or on the go or something. In which case, obviously, I can't really do that on my phone. Or maybe you can, but I don't know. I don't. But on my PC, I do, which is why I've got all the footage as well for the Gozyuger recap. Oh god. But yeah, nautical, like nautical. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be like. I wouldn't want to be me. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was thinking, like, if it's something like the Dark Aquarium or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Something like menacing as a monster name. Like, well, all my like gaming names are Dark Muffin, aren't they? So maybe I can be like the Dark Aquarium. Yeah, the Dark Aquarium. Fuck it. I'm not asked. Film formed the sea monster. My site is moving for Gozyuger. That's getting. What about Coral Reap? I'm not really a fan of Coral Reap, I'll be honest. It would be epic if the singers for the Lupat theme become the Universe Warriors for Looping Red and Patrick Red, respectively. I still think we need Monty and Nikki from the Montyverse as Lupat, but that's just my opinion. I'll be interested to see what they do with that. A lot of people think they're going to get the same actors but just swap them around, which I think that'd be quite funny as well. Should I change my name and profile picture to match my Twitter? Yeah, do it. I don't know what they are respectively, but absolutely. It's good to have branding. I pretty much do that. I have my profile picture on my the same on everything. Minus Instagram, I know of the art that Alex did for me. Could set up a Plex server. That's what I have. I have it on my PC. I'm able to watch it anywhere. Oh, that's to be fair, I could. I only watched 2 shows though. Scav and Gozyuger. But I don't know how much unnecessary that'd be. I might look into it though, because at this point, if I can't keep watching it on the go, then. Have you seen the scans of the Universe Warriors that appear in round 2? I have, and I'm excited. I have, yeah. That was a reference. That was an inside reference. I don't ignore that. But yeah, there's a weird like, what's like the thing going on? Like I saw one where it's like Goju Leon, but he's got like the Don Momotaro like headpiece, but that's it. All the rest of the suit is fine. And there's a couple like that, I think. So I'm interested to see where they go with it. And I will be recapping round 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 if they do it, if they split it that way, because currently they did the first round in 9 episodes. So if anybody's watching it, like I think 2 people have already who haven't watched the show and are going to watch the recaps in a couple of weeks, couple of months rather, when round 2 finishes, I will do another recap video. If you want to keep up to date. And I post from Borderline weekly anyway. I don't cover every single one. I think I've done 6 out of the 9 episodes as individual ones. And then obviously the recap then as well. Do you think they'll ever make Memorial Tegasword? That's show accurate. Definitely. Probably won't be for a while. But definitely they'll do it at some point. That way you could also allow others like friends to watch as you can invite them to a server. Oh, okay. That's quite cool. The only friends I have that watch though is Yu-Gi-Oh. Other than like, like Tokyo 2 where people, but like in terms of like people I DM on the daily. Which to be fair, also Alpha Kings is also in there. Because brother will be like, it'll be a Monday morning, it'll be like, rise and shine, big man, it is time for you to create some gold content. Alpha, if you guys aren't following Alpha Kings 123, head over to his channel. One of the best people I know in this entire community. Man, he's the hype man, whether you think you need it or not. And he's making banging content as well. His shorts are popping off. Follow him on TikTok as well. I'll tell you what, UT, I will. I'll look into Kez's server, and I'll take some time to sit on it and think, and then I'll come up with my own character and stats and stuff and enter them, and then I'll tag you then. When is your name the same in the server as it is on the stream currently? Because I'll I'll tag you and I'll be like, this is what I came up with. I have. Reincarnation of just Joseph. Nice. Big Joseph, really cool. Should be DMing me daily. Well, you know, what can I say? I'm a taken man. Win Alpha Kings. Oh, Cootie. I see his shorts a lot now. Yeah, man's killing it. Man is killing it. I'm more interested in what extent does the Universe Warriors can access the Red Ranger powers. Can they access the super forms? Maybe that's... This is the thing. And I say this all the time. Spoilers for Boom Boomja. When we started Boom Boomja, a show that was very primarily vehicle-based, tyres on the helmets, the whole lot. The henshin device is a revs per minute thing, right? Speedometer. I did not think the 6th Ranger would be from space. I did not think the Orange Ranger would be an alien from space. I did not think that... I thought Mad Rex was here to stay for the entire thing. I didn't think he'd be messing around the way he was. And I also didn't think that, what's his name, General Spindo would be a Michael Jackson reference, right? I could be so wrong on all of my assumptions to this show, but I think it would be so cracked for them to only be using Red Ranger basic forms for the entire 50 episodes. I think for sure they're using upgrades at some point. Like super modes. I think they're using other coloured Rangers. I don't think it's going to be red for the entire thing. I just think, I don't know. I think that's my biggest theory at the moment, is that the emphasis that Osai put into only Red Ranger's powers were saved. That's definitely a Chekhov's gun. Surely down the line we're there were other Rangers saved. Or even if there wasn't, they are able to harness the power separately. Because I don't want it to be too much like Gokyuger by any means, but I do think that'll be the case. I don't have Discord, but maybe you can credit me on a YouTube community. I thought you said you were going to add me to the Discord. I've missed something, have I? I now match my Twitter. Nice. Alfred is pure vibes. He is, bro. He just ordered himself a sexy little new cosplay as well, which I won't say what it is because I don't know if he's going to do an unboxing and announcement and stuff or whatever. But he's going to debut at MCM. It's going to be fun. What's your opinion on Steel? I know people love him. I prefer Cruz. I found Steel annoying. I like Steel. I think that Cruz and Steel are very different though, because they're both beast bots to a sense. Steel is technically Nate's beast bot. Beast bot. But obviously Cruz isn't a ranger and Steel is. I really like Steel. I think he's a fun character. I think his ending was really cool. I don't really put too much. That's the thing. I did enjoy Beast Morphers, especially the whole RPM tie-in. I know some people think that was cheap, but I enjoyed it. I was like, that's cool. Yeah, I like Steel. I've done quite a few videos on Steel, to be fair, as well. He's in my Silver Rangers video. There's a Meet Steel. He's in my Robot Rangers video. He's in my Siblings video. I'm well versed with Steel these days because he's in. It seems to every time I do a category video, he seems to show up in all of them. The problem is that older Red Rangers don't have upgrades. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they give them upgrades for the first time. Oh, because also obviously they're keeping their vests, aren't they? When they're henching. So it's not as if they're really they've got wiggle room. Do you know what I mean? Because we also don't know if the Gozyugers themselves will get these super modes and these upgrades without having to use Red Ranger keys. Or maybe Goju Wolf can access the Shinkenja white jacket, but just on his suit rather than becoming Shinken Red and then, do you get what I mean? What is your favourite underwater animal? Off the top of my head, I don't know. Favourite underwater animal? Can I choose a dinosaur? Can I say the Mosasaur? Just for my boy Ion in Cosmic Fury. Are there any Red Center you would like to see in Gozyuger as a Universe Warrior with an important role? I didn't think they'd get as important. Obviously, the two most important roles we've had so far is Takanatsu, who was Don Momotaro, and then Osai, who was Toronto Ranger. It seems as though the one from Car Ranger or Turbo is going to become quite an important one. I could be very wrong. I don't know. Gokai Red is surely going to be an influential one, right? Because I doubt that whoever has the Gokai Red ring can also access the keys. Maybe they can. Maybe that's like, maybe the Gokai Red Ring is like the really powerful one that we need to like be careful about. But I don't know. It's a good shout. What series? I can't remember the series you've watched. Only Gav so far. I want to go back. Geats is one I'm really interested in. I used a clip of Geats for a video I did that came out today actually, for sure. And I found myself just watching the clip for longer than the part I needed. So I think Geats is one I'm going to try and watch. Beast Morphers was fun, but it was definitely outclassed by what came next. True, I do like Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury more. I don't know, I think it's weird. I think the entire Dino Fury to Cosmic Fury start to finish is better. But I think Beast Morphers has some stronger moments within it. Watch Geats, I will. I'm off to sleep, speak soon. No worries, bro. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the card show. Hope it's a banger. I hope you get some content out of it. I imagine you will. I did watch you. Well, he just said he's going to bed, and I'm trying to engage a conversation now. But yeah, in the event you're still here, I watched your video. It was a banger. It was a banger. Just have then Kaiser never addressed it. Yeah, maybe. Xaid is the new. Was it you that said Xaid earlier, or was it somebody else? I don't know. There was the Xaid is one that's been recommended. It was Geet, Xaid, and Zeo, and O's. I think are the ones that have been like properly recommended to me. I will definitely tag you, UT, if I come up with something. I have sent I going to Gozyuger, and I have Kamen Rider down to go. Oh, okay. Again, if they can dub Sentai, I prefer subtitled shows over dubbed shows, right? But I can't watch them because I don't have the time. So if they dub any Sentai seasons, I'll watch them like that. No issue. Send some hearts back into the chat. Xaid has the same rider as Geats 01. The same rider? I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know they transferred riders. Is that a thing? I'm not saying I don't believe you by any means. I just want to find out more. God, I've been going for an hour already. I swear, I jump on you and I'm like, right, we'll do a little bit. We'll do a little bit of time. And then I've chatted for what I think is 4 seconds. If you want the invite link, just bell me and I'll walk you through it. Thank you, bro. I might do. I will, I'll see how it goes with, well, like I said, usually I watch it off my PC. So I'm usually fine. It's when I need to doubt about... To be fair, I was considering... Oh, I've got an idea that I'm going to have to just chat to people about separately. All good. I know. How much did that fresh Rolex set you back? Writers. Has the same writers. That makes sense. You into wrestling? I'm not. I used to be as a kid. I had all the action figures. Used to watch SmackDown vs. Raw. Used to love it. But no, not a these days. I remember my favourites back in the day were, I think it was Rey Mysterio was my number one, and I think it's just because he has a mask and he looked like a Power Ranger. If anything, he didn't look like a Power Ranger, but he looked more like a Power Ranger than anybody else did. And then I remember Sin Cara. I hated him only because I thought he was trying to copy Rey Mysterio, and 5-year-old me wasn't enjoying that at all. I loved Undertaker. Sheamus I liked, but I think it was just because he was Scottish, and I was like, yeah, well in. I don't get what Professor Cog is supposed to be. He was supposed to be a rogue Vengix general. They messed up a good ending, but I love what Beast Morphers did with Vengix. Yeah. RPM was a good show for a bunch of reasons, but they didn't. There were a few things they didn't exactly nail. Oh, the head writer for Xhead worked on Geats. That's cool. Same writers, yeah. D. Marcel's back. What a legend. I'm still seeing your Instagram posts. I'm glad that you... I remember there was a bit of time where, like, you finished Cosmic Fury and you were like... I don't know if it was in the stream or on one of your stories, you were like, I'm still going to be posting. I've still got content. So it's good that you're still going. Two days until Ed Balls Day. I don't know what that means. More if I missed there. I want to not necessarily like do... I don't want to do wrestling content, right? I don't. I do want to collab with somebody who does, though. Just because I feel like there is a parallel. I see so many like Power Ranger intros, but it's like SmackDown wrestlers, or like Power Ranger intro, but it's all like, I don't know, like TNC is that one. Google it, it's quite funny. As long as this isn't something that is gonna... The tweet was retweeted by thousands. I don't know whether it was possible to delete tweets. Ed Balls Day every 28th of April. The falls retweeting the original last communication. I've no idea what that is. But it's been going on for almost 10 years, though, apparently. 4:20 PM. 28th of April. It's 26th currently. 2011. It's been going on for a long while then. Damn. All good, Nix. All good. No pressure for anything. Obviously, you don't have to do anything anyway, but like, don't pressure yourself. I'm starting a new series on my page in the next couple of days. Should I say, okay, keep it a secret till then? Keep it a secret. Keep it a secret. It's a surprise. Do you know what day, though? Just so I can be like, and everybody in the chat can be like, go follow D. Marcel, by the way, on Instagram. But definitely just surprise us with it. Unless you want to give a little tease, you do you. I tried to work out what you were on about then, but yeah, it's my way of trying to not be dead silent during the time passes. La 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 lava. Do you know what's the best thing about that? Is that I don't even sing it that much, but my girlfriend does. And she was so against seeing that film, and then I convinced her to see it. I know we are. Just got you, what did I miss? Nothing on everything at the same time. A whole hour's worth, but we've only really been rambling about Gozyuger. Look what I got, guys. I got this guy from a ooh, where's he gone? From a market. £3. Absolute steal. I also got... Ooh, where is he? Not there. Hold on. My brother. Meant to be this guy. I got a little Dustin, who was clearly meant to be part of some, like, bigger action figure set, because obviously these aren't his typical arms and legs. So I imagine he came with, like, a bike or something, but I got him for an absolute steal. Of also, I think, like, maybe, like, £1 or something, I don't know. It probably wasn't a steal. You can probably get this for, like, 2p in a baguette or something, but, Sit him next to my my Earthwind morpher, do you know what I mean? Fun times. Fun times. What's your opinion on Rocky? In my opinion, he didn't work as red. Adam should have been red instead. I don't mind. I think Adam works better as black, but I do think it was weird because Rocky wasn't the red that Jason was. Like, they didn't hire the red to be the leader. He was just like a side character, do you know what I mean? I thought he was funny. He was good in Once and Always, though. And he was a better Blue Ranger, definitely, in Zeo. What do you think about a crab as your monster form for Aquaforce? Because it's better tunes. I will sit on it, and I will put it in the Discord, and I will tag you and credit you. But I don't know off the top of my head what I'd want. Because especially if, like, because obviously this is the thing that, like, Tom Katsu did at Power Morphicon, and then I've rolled it over into, like, a current series. So, I'd want to make sure that if I am putting myself into it, or if I am submitting myself, rather, that I'd want to make sure I'm doing it properly. In about 4 days, I've still got 3 posts left, then I'm starting a new series. I've been looking around, and nobody has really done it so far. Nice. That's the best thing, That's what I did with my Meet the Ranger series. I was like, I really wanted to do a thing where every couple of shorts, it's just an introduction to a ranger, who they are, what they did, most stand-up moment, what Zords they have, what weapons they have, when they reappeared, stuff like that. And just do it eventually for every ranger, because there's like 200 plus rangers or something. And I was looking around and I didn't see anybody else doing it, so I was like, here we go, here's my time to shine. Chicken jockey. What kind of theme do you hope the next rider has? Well, it's Zets, isn't it? Or Z's. Which we actually don't know if it's the next series or if it's the next like movie or whatever. But in my mind, Z's is like sleep, which probably is dreams. And obviously this Super Sentai series is about wishes. Well, it's about weddings, to be fair. You've got the Braiden, which are a wedding company. They have rings. They have the Ari Bellend, the henchman, who are bells that ring. What else was there? There was a bunch of stuff. They are on the chest. They have rings. Tega sword sounds like telephone, which rings. They're really honing in on rings for this entire show. But wishes is the main bit. Like they all want to win a wish granted by Tega sword, which is why I feel like dreams is a bit of a weird one. But yeah, I don't know. I think I in my mind it's dreams and nighttime and that type of thing. But who knows? Do you have Discord yet? I've had Discord for forever. That's how I get like Joel and Keza and everybody on the stream. Trouble is I don't actually use Discord how people use Discord. People will just like ring me and DM me, and then I don't answer them and I don't reply to them. And then I eventually open it because I need to call somebody. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. Don't call me and DM me on Discord. I don't use it for its actual purpose. I use it to video call people. I wish somebody would do a Meet the Ranger thing for Sentai. I was considering doing it, and if nobody else does it before then, when I finish my Power Ranger ones, I'll probably start a Sentai one. But I just know a lot less. And obviously, I can research it, which I will do. But, yeah, it's a bit less, a little bit less knowledge on it or anything. You ever played Chroma Squad? I haven't, but I've always wanted to. I remember when that game came out, I was really interested in it. Because it's basically a Power Rangers game, isn't it? Or Sentai game, rather. But I haven't played it. It's definitely going to be a sleeping themed series, yeah. Definitely. Well, again, I don't know. It makes Z's. What else is Z's? Do you know what I mean? It could be something completely random and not related, but who knows? Maybe it's about being lost. Because Z is the last letter of the alphabet, and I don't know. They could go so off kilter with it. I would love an RPG Power Rangers game. That'd be so cool. That'd be so sick. And no one else is still doing that Meet the Ranger series, right? I don't think so. There was a couple. I saw a couple of. What's the word? Like I saw a lot of like Meet the Rangers videos coming up on my few pages from various people. I was like, oh. No, not in 4 days. Let's say about a week. Just realised I got 6 more posts. Hey, that's all good, bro. Keep us waiting. You doing? We work together. I do voiceover and you do editing for the Meet the Ranger set. I don't have the time or money for that. Although that would be cool though. That's the thing. I'd love to collab with more people, but I'm like, that's why this Dino Charge collab. No spoilers as to what it is, but we have got all the people in it now that I was planning to do anyway. In fact, it's even more because, again, without spoilers, the way I presented to people was like, pick 1 to 2 of these things. And some people picked 2, but then some people only picked 1. So then I had the chance to bring somebody else in then to fill up the last space. I had the 2007 15th anniversary Power Ranger game on my Nintendo DS. That was a banger. What was that called? Was it Super Legends? That was good. I had that on PS2. and I got to the Megazord fight, and it made you press R3. And as like a 4-year-old, or however old I was, you could. Well, I wouldn't have been 4, would I? Because no, technically I was 4 in 2007. But regardless, I have no idea what R3 was, as I know a bunch of people didn't. Because I see that meme come up, and I'm like, I'm so glad it wasn't just me. I had no idea what R3 was, and I just never finished the game. I was like, right, well, I don't know what to do. I've not got the right remote for this because I've not got no R3. But yeah, that was a good game though. And they had like the Omega Ranger, but not the Omega Ranger. Like it was the Omega Ranger, but he was buff and had like a different helmet and everything. It was quite cool. Electric Kamen Rider for Z, yeah, I suppose so. It is kind of like a lightning bolt to Z. Could very well be. I didn't think of that. O's was coin theme, and 5's was phone themed. That's pretty fine. Like, O's makes sense though, because it's like rings. It's like Gozyuger. It's like anything that's a circle, I suppose, works. All my homies skipped Neo Saban. What have I missed there? Neo Saban. I mean, Dino Charge is Neo Saban, and Dino Charge is banger. Can't really say the same for Dino Supercharge, but Dino Charge is peak. I was 7 in 07. A lot of 2000s kids in the chat, I see. Yeah, I was 2003, so I was 4 in 2007. Wait, I wasn't I? Yeah, I had to do the quick maths then. I was based on, because my brother was born in 2007 and we're 4 years apart, but because I'm August and he's November, in terms of like school, we were always 5 years apart because he got to be in the class above and I was always in the class below, or vice versa rather. Okay, UT, that's all good. No problem. Miss Morgan, GOAT. That's not the next Meet the Rangers, but is the one after, which I revealed earlier on my whiteboard. Meet Kendall. Watch Geats. I will. I'm gonna carry on with Gav, and then when I get the time to actually go through Ryder, then I'll do Geats. I might even start watching it a bit earlier, and then maybe do some videos on it, just so I can like. Because I don't need to make a video on something for it to be worth my time, right? But if I'm going to invest in a show, as long as something like a Kamen Rider show, it'll take me a long time because I don't have too much time to be doing it. Born before Shrek. Iconic. It blows my mind that there will be people that exist that eventually are born after Shrek 5, which is crazy. Absolutely bonkers. This is why we still need Power Ranger shows, because kids are being born and there are no Power Ranger shows actively being pumped out from, other than Mighty Morphin AI Upscaled Reimagined 12. I've been rereading my Marvel Ultimate Universe comic books recently, and I forgot how good they were. I own every comic story from the 15 years span of that universe. That is sick, to be fair. Hey Nate, would you watch a Power Rangers Miraculous Ladybug crossover if it existed? I would, and not because I watch Miraculous Ladybug. I've been told to, and maybe there's a video in that. But pretty much if Power Rangers is involved with something, I'm gonna fucking watch it and talk about it. So I definitely, if Power Rangers did a crossover with anyone in the TV or film space, then I'd absolutely be watching it. Did you know Kendall's actor has a YouTube channel? I didn't. Bear with. And this is going to show my interest in that. Claire Blackwelder. I can tell you her name from the top of my head. Maybe she doesn't. Is that not her? My boy Erlim interviewed her. I need to go to Power Morphicon. This is the trouble. Next year, I was going to make next year my first Power Morphicon, and now traveling to the US is just dangerous, and I'm not going to do it until it's not dangerous. But also, you know, how much time do you think you would clear up finally getting to this full time? Not a lot, but only because, and I had this conversation with Yu-Gi-Oh! The other day, because there's somebody that I know that pretty much has asked this question, but didn't ask me that question. They told me the answer to that question, even though it wasn't the answer. Where basically someone said to me, "Oh, if you got to quit your job and do this full time, the time that you were usually spending in your job can be your time off." To where I was like, no. If I got to do this full time, I would have a lot more time to watch these type of shows, because I could dedicate days to watching the shows if I know I'll get to do a video on it, right? And I could dedicate myself like days off in a week as well. Currently, it is like today, technically I had a day off because I didn't make content, but I'm doing this and I had my job as well. So it's like, it depends. I can't really judge it. But if I got to do this full time, if they paid me enough, then, or if this paid enough, then I could watch the shows. But I wouldn't say that I'd have like still the infinite amount of time to watch all the shows. Somebody tell me what a YouTube channel is called. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe I found it. I mean, this one short. So if that's the channel, then I'm a bit disappointed. But I will subscribe. Miss Morgan, man. Absolute goat of a ranger. More videos for sure, yeah. Well, this is the thing. I said this in my video predicting my downfall. I'm currently doing 2 videos a week and 1 short form video per day. And I'm constantly trying to get a 3rd video out a week. And I just never have the time. And I'm currently in a position, so I've dropped 2 videos this week. I could drop another 2 this week, because I have 2 ready in the backlog. But they're the backlog. They're not, their videos to go out next week and the week after and, whatever. So I could drop 4 this week, but then I'd struggle next week and the week after. But I'm always trying to get a 3rd video out in a week. And it's hard when I don't have all the time to do it. But it's a very first world problem. It's a very nice problem to have, and I'm happy that is the problem I've got. You know what I mean? It would be cleared up in the sense that you'd still be working just on things you want to do. Yeah, exactly. Foul plays. How's it going, bro? Did you all buy anything from the Orange auction? I didn't. No, I wanted to, but I couldn't justify it, because it's like it would have been the price and then the fee they put on top of that, which is a percentage of the price, and then the tax and the shipping from the US. I was like, I haven't got the funds for that. Just popping in. No worries, brother. Yeah, stay for as long as you want. If you got to dip, then dip. It's always good to see you around. Always great to see you around. Chase was an underrated ranger. He reminds me of Michelangelo. I did. Chase is cool. Chase is a good ranger. From New Zealand. Good eye. Which I know technically is an Australian thing, but it's fine. Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to stick around too much longer. It is midnight in the UK. Who would you think would win in a fight? Devastator from Transformers or the Mighty Morphin Megazord from Season 1? I'm going to say the Megazord, only because I am not familiar with Transformers enough to know Devastator. But also the Dino Megazord. Come on. Unmatched. Bring the sword in, do the lightning bolt finisher. Landed. The prices for the Power Rangers auction were ridiculously expensive. They were. I really wanted Ollie's Cosmic Fury suit. And for like the first however long of the auction, barely anybody bidded on it, and then within the last couple of days, people were really bidding on it. I got family in town for the next month, so literally have so much time to edit and record. I have all these ideas, but time, man. Yeah. I saw you post the other day as well about because you're killing it with the shorts. I'm so glad you still get to at least put content out, because, I know I don't speak for myself when I say you are one of the most talented out of the big bunch that we are. The speed at which you get the shorts out is crazy. Yeah, it just sucks, man. It sucks that you haven't got the time to really give more to it. Because obviously your channel's growing, brother. Absolutely killing it. I can't remember when I first found your channel, but it was around about the time of Tokuja's Boom Boomja crossover. For obviously the reason that I imagine that's when you wouldn't stop shouting about Tokuja. I don't know, but yeah. Now one day I'm rooting for you, just to be able to get back into the flow of things. I think that's my biggest fear, is some things coming up to really put a stent in what I'm doing. I'm just picturing a Scouse Ranger right now, not a fun thought to have. I mean, as long as you censor him, you'll be fine. I genuinely wish there was like a creator retreat to be done, like a holiday full of collabs and brainstorming. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Or just like not even like you could be antisocial there as well. Just a retreat where everybody gets given a room where they can just create content for like 2 weeks straight without any interruption. That'd be so good. Captain Cutie Pie, hello. Which, FYI, guys, that is the person's channel name. That is not a nickname I've randomly given them. Oh, but this has been a great one, guys. Like I said, I'm going to end it off in a little bit. We'll keep going for now. That used to be something like that at the YouTube headquarters. UK content creators get it so bad. There used to be creator spaces in London. There is now one creator space. It's in LA. YouTube creators have no sort of like that. Well, YouTube High Five, which I don't know how that's going right now. I was selected to be a part of YouTube High Five for I think about 6 months. I could be wrong. It's how I got that. Where is it? It's how I got this little Lego play button, which is sick. I got given 6 months YouTube Premium, completely free. And it was just like, we've recognised you as a nicely growing creator. Here's some rewards and some whatever. And it was really cool. And I felt appreciated by YouTube. I was like, YouTube cares about their creators. I think that's gone now. I don't know if that still exists. UK YouTubers, and I know about like everywhere as well, but I know in the US there's a lot more going on, event-wise. Yeah, man. I wish there was... I wish there was more. I wish there was more. Even for people to just meet up and collab, do you know what I mean? I wish I could be a content creator, but I am uncreative. I'm sure you're creative. You've got to figure out what you're creative at. Ooh. Have I lost internet connection? My screen randomly just turned off. No, are we good? Am I here, guys? Am I in? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? Am I good? My screen just went to like a cannot display page. There we go. Well, I was in the high five thing. I don't think I am anymore. I think I ended my run. I think I was at 2024, the class of 2024. I think last Christmas it ended, but the perks finished this month because I do like 6 months or something. That's cool though. I'm glad you were. I missed a bunch. When it first started, I was sent an email and I didn't see it. I didn't find it. So I could have got like a little LED sign as well. And there was something else I could have got. I can't remember. But like I said, they gave me that Lego play button, which I was more than happy with. And it was between that or like M&M's or Skittles or something with a YouTube logo on it. And I was like, oh, what? Like a snack that I'll eat in 4.5 seconds just by looking at it. Or a cool little play button to go on my shelf. I'm picking the Lego play button. We've never had a Power Morph Con in the UK. It sucks, but lucky we do have Marvel Cons. I wish there was a Power Morph Con in the UK. I'm glad that we are getting some actors. I've met David Jost and Amy Jo because Monopoly events put them on. There are some Rangers going to MCM, which I want to meet. I don't want to meet all of them, but it's looking like I'm going to have to meet all of them if I want to meet any of them. But that's about it. You can't really meet anybody. You can meet Nick Sampson, the Yellow Mystic Force Ranger, if you go to his London show, which I unfortunately can't. Other than that, there's pretty much no chance of meeting a Ranger that isn't from Mighty Morphin. Can you believe Ben 10 is now 20 years old? I know. I think it's December 27th, isn't it? It's like the official anniversary birthday, which is why people don't class the anniversary year until next year, which makes sense. Wait, did you say you was in YouTube Rewind? No, I was in YouTube High Five, which is like a thing that they just did, where they were like, you're a creator that has grown to a certain level or whatever it was. Here are some rewards, and I got a YouTube Premium for free for 6 months, which ends Monday, which I'm gutted about, and I got that little Lego play button, amongst other things I could have claimed, but I was just late to it, or late to figuring it out. Nate can absorb food through his eyes, confirmed. You think so? I'll look at something and I put on 4 pounds. Just Just looking at it. Ben 10's almost 20 years old, yep. December 2005. Crazy. And the reboot, which in my head is still the newest thing ever, is going to be 10 years old next year, which is wild. Absolutely wild. I think we do new Ben 10 content soon as well. They've never gone this long without the show. The reboot ended 4 years ago, and they've not gone this long before without new Ben 10 content. But it is what it is. I've watched Ben 10 since Omniverse. It just left a bad taste in my mouth. It's not for everybody. I'm planning on doing some really in-depth Ben 10 content coming up. I've got a video ready. One of the videos on the backlog is a Ben 10 one. But yeah, I really want to delve into Omniverse at some point and like really explore it as a like why it's bad or why it's not actually that bad or why XYZ. What camera are you rocking with? The DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I was talking to a guy today that I went to uni with because he's just bought one and he's loving it, and I was like, I fucking said so. This is, if you can you see it? Ooh, there we go. There he is. That's my camera. It's just nothing special. I know you can't really see it, but yeah, that's the guy. It's done me well. Ben 10K show, it's time. I'd love a Ben 10,000 show. That'd be incredible. I did love up until Ultimate Alien. Yeah. I don't know. There's parts of everything I like. In the video that I've got coming out either next week or the week after for Ben 10, it does cover episodes from Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, and Omniverse. So it's like, there's a bit of everything. All the topics are a bit more niche within it. But it has some time to shine. I won't accept Omniverse slander. Since the stream is going to end soon, let's say goodbye. I mean, you can do. I don't know how soon is soon. Probably it will be soon. It might even be in the next 5 minutes, as far as I know. But I know I didn't say that, so you're very presumptuous. Kevin's character would be an interesting ranger. Oh, Kevin, 11. What a goat. I love Kevin. His entire story. I know there's some inconsistencies. I don't like how they like made him an Osmosian and then unmade him an Osmosian. In my head canon, he's still and forever will be Osmosian. But that is what it is. Try doing with the collab with the ink tag at some point. I'd love that. I would never say no to that. I'll have to get some more Ben 10 content under my belt, I think. But I'd definitely do that. I don't know. There's always, because like before I became like a creator in the sense that I am now, I always made my YouTube videos with like looking up to the Ink Tank when it came to Ben 10 and Este when it came to Power Rangers. So I think doing a collab with either of them would be a full circle moment for the content. That was my big issue with Omniverse as well, yeah. You gotta treat a car like you would treat a woman. I think if anybody ever did a Ben 10 iceberg, the top of that is that meme. I think people know that meme without knowing Ben 10 as a show. Just Kevin saying, you gotta treat a car like you treat a woman. It's absolutely iconic. Yeah. I bang out. Well, guys, I reckon it's been a good one. Wasn't as long as the one with Keza last time. Didn't that hit like 4 hours or something? Or 3, I don't know. But it's been a great one. Like I said, I'll probably try and do these weekly. There was a goal in order to get a stream Monday night, and unfortunately that goal wasn't hit. Therefore, I shall not be streaming Monday night, but that is fine. There might be one towards the end of next week. I couldn't promise it, but we're gonna try. Crazy that people will be looking up to you. I don't know what you mean by that. Is that part of the conversation you were just having about the Omniverse thing? Did we even talk about Gozyuger? We did, right at the start we did, and then we went off on a tangent about everything else. But we did have a chat about Gozyuger. We'll probably have a more in-depth chat. I'll probably do a video at some point. Maybe I'll even clip one of my best performing Gozyuger videos. There's 2. One is the first episode, and the second one is me clipping a live stream where we all looked at Gozyuger. and then it got like 13k. So maybe I clip our chat earlier and put it out and see what we do. But yeah, cool. Thank you guys. I'll be back. I'll be back, but it won't be Monday because we didn't hit the goal, and I will set a goal next time. So if people want me back quicker and hit those goals, but obviously, all is well. All is well. I'm trying to figure out before I go what half of these new buttons do, because I don't know why. Because I've streamed since hitting 10k, but I've recently accessed a bunch of new buttons. Maybe I'll do it off camera. I'll be like a Minecraft YouTuber. I'll do a bit of building off camera, then come back with 24 stacks of diamond blocks. I'm getting the laser water gun. Good luck. Take care. Ink tank. Blah 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 blah. Banger. No worries. No worries, guys. Oh, it's crazy that people will be. That'd be cool. Imagine somebody out there being like, one day I want to collab with the guy on the top of the food chain, and the guy on the top of the food chain is just me sat in there just like, yeah, bro, imposter syndrome for the win. I feel that now. Okay, Tinashe and Keza were bigging me up so much on the streams that we were doing. I can't watch those back, man. I can't. I'm like, oh, stop. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.